We can do it a few times, it's fine.
Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to Lay It Out, the No Bullshit Science podcast.
With extra bullshit.
I'm Kiri.
And I'm Alice.
Okay.
Take two. Okay, just go from I'm Kiri.
Okay, I'm Kiri.
I'm Alice.
And I'm Demelza.
She speaks.
She's not silent.
For this week, no.
Yeah, so we have no guest this week. We're actually going to do something very different. It's our bonus lay episode.
Ooh. So this is probably the episode where were we famous? People would have sent in questions. But as we are not famous, we've written our own. So yeah, we've come up with some real original questions.
Shout out to... What's the website you got?
The internet.
Oh, yeah, the internet for writing our questions for us. No,
Pretty much, yeah.
The website.
There was several. There was several, yeah. So
What
there
was
was
the one you
one.
said?
There was like the first one was Quora. What's that one?
Oh, Quora.
Quora. Yeah.
One where everyone asks questions.
Yeah. There was that, and then there was another one. And the title of the website, or no, the title of the article was 101 questions for if you've really boring podcast guests.
Or wasn't it like if your guests are boring as fuck?
Yeah. It was a bit more.
Yeah.
Bit more. And then there was another one that some of the questions came from. It was like they asked really successful like CEOs, like famous people. So like who did they ask?
I don't think we're
know the
qualified to answer
names.
these questions then.
No, but they were all these kind of like the questions that they ask in interviews, and they're like the kind of weird, quirky ones that like they're real curveballs that would really throw you off. And like then they talked about what they were looking for. So when those ones come out, I'll let you know. Some of them are
You'll
good.
know though. You'll
You're
know
going to
how
analyse us and be
Yeah.
like, well, you would
Yeah.
not have got the job.
Yeah. It's all like oh, who was it? Like CEOs.
Do you know what this was? This reminds me of a question apparently I heard from someone who interviewed for Oxford Uni. That one of the questions they got in their interview was, you have no measuring tools with you. How do you measure the volume of this room right now?
Yeah. Some of them were like that.
I had, at my Cambridge interview, they gave me a...
Look at this smarty pants with an interview for Cambridge.
Yeah. Didn't get in though, did I? Winter pools. No, they literally just passed me a shell, like a shell from a creature, and asked me to talk about it. That was it. Like, it wasn't like they didn't ask like a question about it. They literally just passed me a shell and asked me to speak about it.
What did you say?
I described it, and I decided that it was probably from a sea creature. Looked like a seashell, I think.
Do you think they're
Where else?
expecting answers to that will be like, this? I feel like this shell reflects my soul and
No.
my journey through life.
No, I was interviewing for natural sciences.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was probably more along the lines of maybe identifying the species.
Oh,
No,
Okay.
obviously not.
that's tough.
Yeah, it was.
Question: do shells come from anywhere other than the sea?
Snails.
There you go.
This is why she got an interview for Cambridge and you did it.
But did snails not originate from the sea?
I don't know.
Probably once upon a time.
Well, how do you know that sea snails didn't just go back in?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, didn't everything come from the sea?
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, but then some things went back in again.
Okay.
Like fish.
Well, did
No.
they just didn't come out. They stayed there.
No, fish stayed there. Reptiles went back in.
Yeah.
No, amphibians went back in.
Yeah. So the
went back
amphibians
in.
came out, checked out the land, saw
They're
what
like,
was
nah,
going on, didn't like the
nah.
nightclubs, went back into the sea.
Yeah. That's where all the cool kids hang out.
Yeah.
It is though.
I do quite like the sea.
Me too.
Would
I love some scuba diving. I just can't breathe
No,
down there
I
naturally.
don't like it.
Do you not?
No, it scares me.
Have you gone though?
Yeah.
How many times?
Well, only once, but I went down twice.
Okay.
First time was fine. Second time I panicked. I looked up and the outside seemed
Surface.
too... Yeah, that's it. It was too far away and I freaked out. I didn't like it.
Oh.
So it took until like my probably I'd say fourth or fifth time until I was actually chill.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm never going back again.
Right, should we get to the point of this podcast then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
So we have a cup here. It's full of questions. We have about 70 questions in here. We're not gonna
70?
Yeah, we're not gonna answer all of them.
I did
obviously.
50.
Yeah.
Well done.
And yes, you may have noticed already that Silent Demelza is joining us this episode in a very not so silent fashion. Okay, maybe I should remind her that she's talking again, because otherwise she won't want to do it anymore.
She's forgetting.
Yeah, I forgot for a bit now.
God damn it. It's very aggressive question picking.
I'm just digging deep. Don't want to get the little ones neglected at the end.
That's true.
Just because they were put in the cup first. Discrimination.
I did mix it up.
Okay. Oh. How would you describe yourself in one word?
One word?
Yeah.
That's tricky.
Yeah. So, this is question number 18 for those of you who are interested.
We should write a book.
Okay. So should I answer it first? How are we doing this?
Go for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you have an answer.
We'll just say whoever thinks of one first.
Okay.
Can I just call myself Korean?
No, because you're not very Korean.
Yeah, you're not really.
Like, other than your skincare.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
And the food.
Yeah, okay.
But not even the food, really.
Only at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen her eat pizza with the chopsticks.
Okay, that was racist.
Well, that's what my old housemate did. I said that
Okay.
was the most Chinese thing I'd ever seen her do.
Okay, she's just weird.
Yeah. I told her that it was so unnecessary.
She's trying a bit too
It's
hard.
so inconvenient.
I know.
I told her.
Did she pick up an entire slice of pizza with the chopsticks?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't
Do you know what everyone
Pizza's heavy.
should adopt, though?
What?
Cooking with chopsticks. Because it's so much easier to flip things with chopsticks than with a fucking spatula.
Why don't you use a spatula? I use tongs. They're
Which
even
are
better.
essentially chopsticks that are joined together at the
That's
end.
true.
More stable. Bigger surface area.
Fine. Okay.
Touche.
I would describe myself as... Oh, I don't know. This is quite hard.
Yeah, one word is...
Yeah, I have this. So
Not
another
sufficient.
question, I think it's in the late 30s, is three adjectives to describe yourself. That's an easy one.
Why is that in there as well?
Because
It's the
I
same
just came
question.
across them both. I don't know, I was just banging them out. Like, I don't
Yeah.
remember. Like, do we need to give a word for our entire lives or for right now?
Maybe
Right
for
now.
right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
stressed. Wait, unhealthy. Pasty.
Self-conscious.
Demelza.
That's not Curie's. You can't have that.
So I can be pasty, but she can't be self-conscious.
Okay.
Sorry, Alice.
I would, as of my life right now, I would describe myself as introverted.
Is that in comparison to the rest of your life?
Not really. I think I've always actually been a bit of an introvert because, like, I'm really sociable and I'm really chatty with people, but the time when I really recharge is when I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I recently learned that was the definition,
definition.
of or like part of the definition of introverted. Because I think I'm that too.
Yeah.
Because someone said to me, being like, "Oh yeah, you're so extroverted, la la la," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'm sociable. I like to be with people. I like to make friends, all that." But as we discussed earlier, I don't relax until I'm on my own.
Yeah. Like, I need alone time.
In any way.
Yeah. No, yeah, I definitely need alone time at least once a week.
If not more.
If not more, yeah. Like, I just really need time. That's why I quite like my commute, because it's an hour and a half where I'm just in my own zone. Demelza.
Can I say indecisive?
Yes?
Yeah.
Well, that's very decisive of me. But well done. I'm an enigma.
No, that's two
Oh, there we
words.
go. Yours are great.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. Next
Oh,
question.
I took one from the top.
Okay.
It's really boring.
Indecisive.
Sorry, guys. Oh, okay.
This is a good one.
Yeah. Well, so shout out to Richard Herring for these.
We should tag him in this.
I don't know.
Okay, fine.
I'm scared. I think I'll be starstruck. Although actually what was it? Oh, you know, said I bought the book off him. So I actually bought it from him. It was after one of his shows and he was just selling them.
Oh, shit.
And he was like signing them. And so he asked me what my name was. And I was just like, oh, fuck. So I was just like, it's Demelza. And he was like, yeah, not going to write that. And just like scribbled something there. I was just like, fuck off.
Aww.
Half don't like him anymore.
It's only half though.
Just tweet us and make it feel better.
Okay. As you lay dying, which celebrity would you want to stroke your hair?
Oh, shit.
If they can also talk while stroking my hair, which would be normal. David Attenborough.
Oh,
for sure.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't even thinking of any men.
Oh, I just think he'd be really relaxing. And
That
he
could
could
be.
he could just narrate what's going on.
Yeah. Or just,
And narrate my life. Oh, there wouldn't be much to go into.
I'll go for Ryan Gosling, please. I know
know
that's
what?
boring, but...
oh, he's beautiful. My gut reaction was Beyonce.
Oh, do you know what,
That's three very different people.
Yeah.
For very
Do you know
different
I
reasons.
thought I'd go for man because Beyonce popped into my head and I was like staring up at her and I could see her. And then I was like, no, you want a man. But I was like, no, I want Beyonce.
My gut reaction was I want an old African lady. You know when you know those like you know those older African grannies, and they can say things like they can call you baby and stuff, and it's really nice because they've got that really
Like,
do you get me?
Kind
I've
of.
never met an old African gran.
Okay, well, I stick with Ryan Gosling.
No, I want to be relaxed.
Yeah,
And also
I
slightly
want
entertained.
I want a slightly older lady who will just be
What
really
about
motherly.
Helen Mirren?
Oh, she could be quite nice.
Yeah.
But she could
Or
also...
Judi Dench.
No.
Why not?
No.
She's
I'm not feeling that.
She's great.
Helen Mirren would be nice.
Helen Mirren would be quite nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just leave.
What did she do recently? Someone told
Do you
me a
know
story
what I
about
love
that.
what
Can't
about
remember
her?
what it is.
Did you see the episode of Graham Norton where she was on it with Liam Neeson and they used to go out?
What?
Do you know she used to be a fucking heartthrob? Like,
She still is.
she was...
She was hot though.
Okay, but I didn't really know. I don't know. Maybe it's... I don't know.
Did you just assume she was born old?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Like, I only ever
That's
saw
how
her
I feel
old.
about David Attenborough.
Yeah. He's like, what, like nearly 100?
Yeah.
Like, he's been old forever.
But have you seen the pictures of him as a young man?
No, was he a looker?
Got his autobiography.
He's quite good looking.
His wife was like 30 years younger than him, so he must have been...
What a stud.
He must have had something going on.
All that narration money.
Yeah. And that voice.
Okay. Another Richard... Oh, this is boring. Sorry, Richard Herring.
I mean, we can always skip ones.
Have you ever tried sushi?
What?
Yeah.
Yes, it's one of my
Obviously.
favourite foods.
It's delicious.
If I had to eat two things for the rest of my life, it would be sushi and fried chicken.
That's one of the other questions.
Oh,
It's fine, you're going to have to cut that out now because I interrupted you.
okay.
Ooh, me again.
For fuck's sake.
Just giving them all a chance. 29. What's the last thing you watched on TV?
I don't watch TV anymore.
No, but I mean,
Includes
you know,
streaming
Netflix.
services.
Like, come on.
I watched...
No one watches TV anymore.
I watched To All the Boys I Loved Before last night.
Oh.
Do movies count?
Yeah.
If it's on TV.
Just, what's the last thing you watched?
To All the Boys I Loved Before. And it's really, really good. It's really good.
I'm considering watching
You
it.
should watch it. It's quite teen boppery.
That's okay, you need
But
that
it's-
every once in a while.
I do love a good coming of age romantic comedy. And it was really good. A really underrated coming of age romantic movie is Spectacular Now. It's got the guy from the main guy from Baby Drivers. It was like his coming out like his big movie, first movie, debut movie, and it was really good. But yeah, I would highly recommend it. I know it's been trending on Twitter quite a lot, and Netflix pushed it a bit, but it's really good. And there's an Asian female lead.
Woo woo. So the last thing I watched was shortly before coming here. I was watching The Zookeeper's Wife, World War II movie.
I've never seen it.
It's good. It's got that actress in it. What's her name? She's good. I like her. She's in Zero Dark 30. Jessica Chastain.
Is she ginger?
Red hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last thing I watched, which was last night, was...
Mother's little accent's coming out.
Oh, what's it called? Forgotten the name of it now. Good Will Hunting.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a great movie.
It was,
I've never seen it.
You've
Really?
never seen it?
Any movie that is one of those things that everyone should have watched, I haven't seen
It's
it.
always on TV.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
My English teacher, anytime she wasn't ours teaching us, used to just put that on.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, it's great.
It's good.
It's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah, it
could
is.
be.
It is.
I watched it on the Sony movie channel.
Oh.
Which is like, you know, one of those weird Freeview movie channels that normally has shit on it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Last
It's
night, Good Will Hunting.
nice.
So,
That's a good
yeah,
one.
It was quite nice. Good Sunday evening viewing.
Oh, very nice. Okay, Demelza's picking a question now.
That was really creepy.
Yeah.
Why?
Demelza's picking a question.
Well,
All right.
so this question definitely came out of the cup and not one that we pre-planned on the side that we're definitely going to talk about.
Definitely not. Why would you even suggest that would be a thing?
don't know.
That definitely would
I
not
don't know.
happen.
I don't know what's going on in your head, Kiri.
No, I don't know.
Mental. Okay. Tell me
What?
about number one.
Number
Question
one.
number one.
Number one.
Tell me about your PhD project.
La, la, la.
Which is why we even have a podcast
Podcast.
on science.
Yeah, so we've briefly talked about the general fields we're in, but I don't think we've ever actually
Laid it out.
gone into doing.
The jingle can go in there.
I don't think we've ever actually talked about what exactly we all do.
No.
So
I definitely haven't.
no, well, yeah, it's the first time we've even spoken. So, shall I go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Or well,
talking, so.
well, shouldn't Demelza go first?
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
she
no,
picked the
'cause
question.
I asked the question. It says tell me, so you have to tell me.
Okay,
I have to tell
Demelza.
myself.
So I think we know that. Huh?
Should we time ourselves so we don't go on rants?
Okay.
How much time?
Oh, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, just give me like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, I think I've already said this. I look at this process called adult hippocampal neurogenesis, which is the production of new neurons in your brain in an area called the hippocampus, which is responsible for memory. And so there's different ways that has been shown in a lot of animal studies on how you can. This sounds really rehearsed.
Yeah.
My intonation, but it's not. I promise. I'm just saying it. So I'm looking
It's
at
your conference spiel.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at ways that we can maybe boost this in old age. So I'm actually trying to find sort of anti-aging neurogenesis boosting things, and I look at intermittent fasting in particular and chewing as one of the two of the things that we could do. So there are two things that have been shown to boost neurogenesis in lots of rodent studies and sort of improve cognition in humans, and now we're trying to see if that's a thing that we can actually do. So as you know, our avid listeners, I'm running a clinical trial right now where we have people doing the 5-2 diets for 3 months, and we have people on a chewing intervention for 3 months as well. So we can compare how their memory improves before and after the intervention. We're also taking blood samples so that I can put that on our cells. So if you remember our little vampire mouse Voldemort sludge blood episode, where the two mice are fused together, that's kind of the logic we're using, where we can apply these people's serum to our cells, which are hippocampal stem cells, and see what's going on there with their neurogenesis. And then we're going to see...
Bloody hell.
Oh my god.
I'm worried that's going to stink now.
It's probably going to smell like mango.
Oh my god.
I don't even like mushrooms.
Don't keep saying that. I
Sorry.
feel bad that I made you eat
No,
mushrooms.
I ate loads of it. It was delicious.
Yeah, and then we're going to look at ways that... See if
Please
there's...
cut that out,
I will.
please. Thank you.
See if there's any pre-existing drugs that we can repurpose to produce the same effects as the interventions do, and
That was a timer. Sorry.
and potentially not market them, because they'll never be marketed, but potentially identify some anti-aging neurogenesis boosting drugs that can be used to delay age-related cognitive decline.
Woo!
That is my PhD.
Woo, old people.
Yay!
Because we're all going to be old people.
Do you know what? I was thinking about why I feel quite strongly about my PhD, and I realised I think it's because my parents had me so late. So I've always had really old parents. So compared to all my friends, my parents have always been really old, and I'm now seeing my parents age a lot quicker than any of my friends would with their parents. And I think that's why.
Interesting.
Cute.
That's nice. Okay, Demelza?
Me.
You might as well do yours because we're the same topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, me and Kiri work in the same lab. So I also am interested in hippocampal neurogenesis.
And I became a neurogenesis.
But so my project isn't really as focused on a disease or trying to fix it or anything. It's more trying to understand like the basic biology behind neurogenesis. So I look at how different hormones. So I look at how reproductive hormones affect neurogenesis. So reproductive hormones are any hormone that's involved in reproduction, basically. So like estrogen, testosterone, prolactin, progesterone, like all the ones you've probably heard of, and trying to understand how all the different. So trying to understand how
Mechanisms?
as the hormone levels change like throughout your life, particularly in pregnancy, which is when they like all of them increase massively, how that can affect how many new brain cells your brain is making.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Could that be why we get baby brain?
Yeah.
Oh.
Potentially.
What is baby brain? You get a bit silly.
Or
you get smarter.
No, it's the other way.
It's bad.
Oh,
Generally, your memory gets worse.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I think it's, yeah, I mean, it's kind of maybe why that happens. It's also involved in not like even worse things like depression. So like depression during pregnancy, after pregnancy, or just like the baby blues, which isn't like proper, it isn't like clinical depression. It's just like low mood right after giving birth.
So did you get like, did you do a trial? Did you get blood from pregnant people?
No, I'm just adding hormones directly onto
cool.
the cells that we grow to mimic this process, because obviously you can't just inject people with all these hormones and then delve into their brains and see what's going on. So I'm literally just putting hormones onto the cells, seeing what's what. And then there's another part of my project which is kind of a bit complicated, but is kind of looking at whether I can find a genetic link between these hormone levels and the volume of the hippocampus in people, to find like extra evidence for a link as well.
Question?
Yeah.
How do you experimentally measure the volume of the hippocampus?
MRI.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it's really impressive actually. So someone else has actually analysed the brain imaging data for me and given me the data. And so like the hippocampus in the brain is tiny. What is it, like an inch long? Like it's tiny. Well, there's two of them, but like they're tiny. And the MRI data that they've given me, they've managed to split that hippocampus up into like 15 different subfields. And have given me the volumes of 15 different subfields within this tiny, tiny little thing within the brain. Madness. It's crazy. I was looking at it, I was like, how'd you do that?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
you get to see what's going on in all those little subfields.
Yeah.
And if they have any genetic link.
There's a lot going on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You did some science. You found some science.
I found some science. It's quite exciting.
You'll find out about it soon. Maybe we'll have you on as a guest.
Oh, please don't. Yeah, I'm actually trying to write all this up at the moment because I actually got an interesting result, which is cool.
I'm also studying adult hippocampal neurogenesis. No, I'm not. I kind of wish I was sometimes. I feel very left out right now. But anyway, I am based in nutrition, so slightly different to these wonderful neuroscientists around me.
Demelza.
Cells, guys. So yeah, can't give too much away on exactly what I am researching, based on the necessity to keep things under wraps until I get all my results and shit. But we're basically looking at targeting snacking behaviors as a way of improving people's gut health. So snacking is something that hasn't really been targeted with dietary interventions in any form, even though it's a huge part of lives, and especially in this like today's kind of culture of everyone has really busy lives, so people tend to snack more, and meals aren't as like traditional meals like breakfast, lunch and dinner. You actually get a lot more calories from your snacks these days than would have traditionally been given. So yeah, we're targeting snacking to try and improve gut health. So we're replacing snacks with snacks that we think are gonna benefit gut health. So these are things that, if you've heard of the term prebiotic, some of the snacks are prebiotic. So what that means is that it's like food for the good bacteria that live in your gut. So they selectively give a growth advantage to the good bacteria while having no effect on the bad bacteria, the harmful ones. So while a lot of foods will cause good bacteria to grow, they'll also cause the bad bacteria to grow too, but prebiotics specifically feed the good bacteria. So yeah, gonna see what's happening in people's guts with all their snacks, and I basically just spend my life collecting poo. But it's fun.
Yeah. So I think that we finally told everyone what we actually do.
Yeah, now it may make sense whenever you're talking about
Neurogenesis.
Yeah, or your trials.
Yeah. Right, okay, my turn. Who would play you in a movie of your life?
What question number?
42.
So Sorry, it gives me so much pleasure.
It's a good number, that.
Oh yeah, 42. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say Scarlett Johansson because the resemblance is uncanny.
I think Emma Stone could play you.
Who's Emma
She's
Stone?
got red hair though.
No, she's blonde nowadays.
And she's way too skinny.
She's very skinny. Crazy Stupid Love.
No.
There was outrage about her because she played a Hawaiian girl.
No.
What?
Yeah.
In what?
I could never watch
Oh my
it.
god, how could she play a Hawaiian girl?
Exactly.
She's so pale.
She was in the new Spider-Mans with Andrew Garfield.
Oh, the
You
one that's
know
in
her.
La La Land.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Give me some of the big movies.
They are big movies.
I don't know them.
I'm not that pale or ginger.
Well, no, because I was thinking of her blondness.
Wouldn't say
And
you're
yours, like,
ginger, you're
because you're
brunette.
both got like slightly quirkiness.
Okay. Okay. Who would play you?
Anyone Asian, because we all look the same.
It's true.
Give us a bit more. Come on.
You're going to show your racism now by not knowing any Asian actresses, aren't you?
There you go.
It would have to be a Korean actress. I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, that was a shit answer.
She doesn't know any Korean
Demelza.
actresses.
Well, because I'd have to have someone who's like really good at English, because they'd have to play me.
There's a lot of Korean-born British people. No, British-born
Not
Korean.
famous ones.
So,
Basically.
Get an up-and-coming star.
I have to scout for them. This is the problem, guys. So we haven't been given any Hollywood time, so I don't actually know many of them because they're just not giving the attention. Therefore, I cannot name any Korean British actresses.
So please, movie casters out there, start casting Korean people so Curie can search for the correct actress
Yeah.
to play her in a movie of her life.
Yes, please.
It is crucial.
It's true.
Crucial.
I bet you're panicking.
I am a little bit.
Who am I going to pick?
Yeah.
When the inevitable movie comes out.
Exactly. And right now, Hollywood, you're just not giving me any options, which is not good enough.
Nah, I wouldn't blame Hollywood. They're American.
Society.
No, Britain. What's our Hollywood? Do we have a Hollywood? We don't, do we?
No.
No.
London.
Ugh.
Sort yourself out.
God damn it.
Okay.
Your
go.
Okay. It'd have to be someone with lots of hair.
Anne Hathaway from the old Princess Diaries times.
I don't like Anne Hathaway.
I hate her too.
Yeah. I can't think of any actresses.
Shailene Woodley.
Who's that?
She.
Ooh, she would be good.
Yeah, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
She doesn't have quite as much hair as you. But
no,
I feel like,
very
you know,
few
give her
people
some extensions. She'd be grand.
Who's
Oh,
that?
Jennifer Lawrence.
No. No.
Next question.
Basically, what we've learned from this is there's loads of blonde actresses, no Koreans, and not enough with big hair.
I think one of the blonde actresses that you said actually has red hair, so
But she turned
there
blonde.
you go. Okay, number 15. Tell me something. Oh, I don't really like this one. This was one of those ones that they ask, that one of these big CEOs like to ask people. Tell me something that's true that almost nobody agrees with you on.
The Earth is flat.
Okay, no.
I should be dictator.
No, everyone would agree with me on that.
Not me.
Oh. Oh, no.
No, that's not true.
No. Oh, wait. So something that...
Something that is true
Yeah, but no one believes me.
that no one agrees. Or
No
yeah,
one agrees.
believes or agrees.
This is a hard question.
Yeah.
Imagine getting this in an interview. I'd be like, oh, there's not that much spinach and iron. Iron and spinach. Oh, God.
I believe you.
I believe you too.
Sauce.
Thanks.
Earl Grey is better than English breakfast tea.
Lies, lies, lies.
I have no opinion on the matter.
Although I like to refer to it as Irish.
Both are
breakfast
shit.
tea.
Oh.
Should I just do another one?
Yeah, I disagree with everything on everything.
Have you or any of your siblings ever seen a ghost?
No.
I haven't seen one, but I've had ghostly experiences.
How is it ghostly if you don't see a ghost?
Because I've had like weird experiences.
Like supernatural.
Yeah, so there was one where
Oh, I don't think I should talk to this so close to bedtime.
It's not that scary. There's a Korean ceremony that you do every 5 years on the anniversary of someone's death. And it's kind of, you pray for them and you kind of feed them their favourite food. So you'll cook a meal for them.
Ooh.
And then you sort of get your chopsticks and you'll tap the bowl and pray. And that's sort of you spiritually, like, sort of symbolically feeding them in the afterlife and paying respect and all that. So it was one for a family friend. And we're in Korea. And it was the first time my brother had come to Korea in about 10 years. And we always used to go in the summer, so it would be really, really hot, humid, really still weather. And the minute the priest started praying, there was really strong winds, and all the trees started knocking against the apartment window, and it just went crazy. And as soon as the priest stopped praying, the wind stopped. And me and my brother and my sister, we all noticed, and we all started looking at each other like, what the fuck just happened? So that was really weird. And then the other one was on the same trip when my brother was there. We all stayed at my grand's house, and she used to live in a really old school traditional Korean house on a big farm. And her area was quite scary because there'd be no street lights and all this kind of stuff. And Korean countryside freaks me out a little bit at night because the graves come out of the ground. So they're not like English graves where it's just flat. It's sort of mounds on top, and they kind of freak me out a bit if you see them in the dark, because you'll be sort of looking up at the mountains and you'll see all these like lumps of dead people. Yeah. And we were all sleeping in the front room. So my brother was in another room, me and my sister in the front room with my gran. And for no reason at all, this torch turned on, and it was the Korean paper doors, and it just started swinging. And me and my sister both woke up and we were like,
and it wasn't windy.
It wasn't windy. Because all the doors were shut as well. So then my gran got up, she switched the torch off and went straight back to bed, didn't even think about it. And then in the morning, me and my sister were like, guys, what the fuck, this happened? And then my gran, so nonchalantly, was like, oh, it's probably your granddad coming to say hi to your brother. We were just like...
I love when old people
Why
just are like,
your brother?
Yeah. Because my brother hadn't been to Korea
there
for so long.
Oh, right, okay.
And when my dad inspected the torch the next day, there was nothing wrong with it. Like, we couldn't explain how it turned on by itself.
I love how your gran was just like, oh yeah, it's just your granddad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know,
it's nice though.
Old
I think
Asians,
that's nice.
I think older generations, not just Asia, but they have these very spiritual beliefs and like,
yeah. There's like, I guess, kind of little superstitions like that. Probably here too, at home as well though. I know there's something to do with butterflies and dead people at home. So like a butterfly is supposed to kind of be like the soul of a dead person. And when my friend's dad passed away a couple of years ago, it was October, so winter time, when you wouldn't traditionally have lots of butterflies around. But like shortly after that, they just found a butterfly in their house, and it flew around their house for like 3 days, and their mom was like looking after it, feeding it, giving it little bits of water and stuff. But like, yeah, they were like convinced it was something to do with their dad, which I thought was like kind of sweet as well, because like really they were all kind of looking after it.
Yeah.
Like, it is obviously really sad, but it was like,
especially because
I think
it's gonna die.
They took a little bit of comfort in it. I think it like went down behind one of their radiators or something, and they just kind of, because when butterflies die, they're just still.
Yeah.
They don't move because they look still alive, but they're just. But yeah, I think they just left it there.
It's like when moths die on your wall, and you think they're just chilling there, but
no, guys, moths are different. Moths are gross.
Moths are lovely. I love moths.
Demelza, any ghost stories?
No.
Okay.
I'll be honest, if anything like that happened to me, I wouldn't even think about it.
My cousins also think their house is haunted.
Oh.
Yeah. They have a few stories, I can't remember any right now. Something to do with the clock. Yeah.
Alright. What is top of your bucket list?
Save a life.
I don't have one.
At the moment, I want to go on safari.
Actually, I have 2 tops on my bucket list. Save a life. Save a life has been on my bucket list for as long as I can remember, literally ever since I was a little kid.
Such a hero.
I know.
Look at you.
Do you know what? I'm a little bit worried. The people. Well, I'm worried that
I'm going to put someone in danger.
Yeah. You're going to get a little bit desperate when you like get to like 60. You're going to be like, shit, I haven't done it yet. Speed this along.
Push someone out in the middle of front of a bus
and then save them. Yeah, I don't know. That's
I'm
always.
Gonna stop hanging out with you now for a while.
Yeah, stay away from train.
Well, no, because I can't risk not being able to with you guys. I'll pick someone else.
Okay, good to know.
Someone I don't like.
Good to know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's always been top of my bucket list ever since I was really little. And number 2 is to live in a different country. Yours is safari.
Safari, yeah.
Most
of mine are travel based, I have to say. None of them are, I don't have any like groundbreaking moral things that I want to do. I'm happy enough just like, not being very special. But yeah, also I really want to go, the biggest cave in the world is in Vietnam. And it's so big that clouds form in it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and you could fly, you could fit an entire New York block, like skyscrapers and all inside of it. And you could also fly like a really big plane through it. And apparently there's parts of it where like there's all these like optical illusions in it, so you can stand on this part of it and there's like a big hole in the ceiling or something, but I'm not explaining this well. Anyway, it sounds really cool, but it costs $5,000
to go.
quite a lot of money, and you have to go trekking through it for like a week, and it rains inside a cave.
We should do this.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I've been in the area of Vietnam where it is. It's called Phong Nha National Park. So I've been to some of the caves there, but obviously I haven't been to that one.
Should we do this as like a one day when we're rich after our PhD celebration?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's do that. Okay, cool. We've a lot of things now coming up. Let's start writing these down so we don't forget.
Okay.
I haven't really thought about it very much. So I don't know. I probably have some things that I do actually want to do more. I just don't remember them.
Okay.
But I would like to see lemurs in Madagascar.
Oh.
Cute.
Yeah.
You get some nice vanilla there too.
Yeah, I can get that from Tesco though. The other thing I really want to do, and I don't know why, it sounds really grand, but I want to own a boat.
Oh yeah.
But like not a big boat. I
Okay.
don't want like a fancy boat. I would just want like a little small boat. You can like,
A dinghy
well, not
bigger.
something,
Maybe
something a
not
bit
quite a
more
dinghy.
stable.
with an engine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna row.
Okay.
Like the houseboats on the Thames. Those sorts of boats.
No, like a boat you go on the sea.
Like a
Yeah,
seafaring
but like-
boat.
But like a little boat that you can only fit like, I don't know, 4
I
people
can
in.
totally see
Like,
you living
go-
that sailor life.
So can I.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it really suits you.
And like you can just like go out for the day and visit some coves
Yeah.
and like fish.
I feel like this
So
is very
good.
you.
So
Yeah,
I'm actually.
I think I just love to live by the sea.
I'm technically
Yeah.
the heiress of a boat. How does that make you feel?
A little bit jealous. What sort of boat?
It's a fishing boat, so it smells really bad. But
Is
it's
this
like,
from your dad?
yeah.
Oh yeah, your dad's a fisherman.
Yeah.
No, I think that boat may be a little bit too big for me.
It's quite a small one for like what he does, but I think
Yeah.
But like only like he has obviously like a cabin and like there's beds in it and stuff. But I
it's
think
too big.
okay.
Okay, right, next question. I want a would you rather. Why do I keep getting the shit questions? Question 8. What turns you on? A sense of humour and a confident man.
I feel like you're really, really upset with that question.
I am! You guys keep getting really interesting questions. I'm getting like, have you ever eaten sushi?
That was a shit question. And it's funny that you picked that one out too.
It is meant to be shit.
Okay, I think you get to pick another one.
You can have another one, 'cause that one's shit anyway.
Wait, guys, what turns you on?
Probably the same.
Okay, I'm gonna pick another question.
Yeah.
Please be a good one, please be a good one.
You know what?
Sake.
Do this one and then pick one more. It might be third time lucky, and then
Yeah.
we'll move on.
Yeah.
Number 7, what is your favourite word?
Words?
Yeah.
Oh, shenanigans.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
love shenanigans.
So that's a great word.
It's a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favourite word is a Spanish word. And it is sacapuntas. And it means pencil sharpener.
So
What's
it's
yours?
not my favorite word, but I do find it really entertaining because it actually doesn't really mean anything, and I don't think it's a word. But my granny uses it all the time, and when we were younger, I used to legitimately think that this was a word, and we used to use it in speech. And then it was only when we got older we realized that actually I think my granny is a bit tapped and made it up and just uses it when she doesn't like something, and she would say the person's in the room, so she can't, or like the person might be in conversation with her and she can't say she doesn't like it, so she says or like it could be anything, it could be a like something they're wearing, or like a new haircut or something, and she'll just say, "That's very eucaterical."
Eucaterical.
She 100% made that up.
I know, it's like this huge family joke where like if anything happens, like say one of the cousins gets a new haircut or something, we're like, well, that's very eucaterical. And whenever anyone says it, we all just crack up because it means nothing but also means everything.
Yeah.
That kind of way.
That's cute.
It
That
is.
is
I
cute.
kind of love it. It's a great word.
Oh, I also really like plethora.
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 Well, fuck that one. I am so over this game. This
Okay,
podcast,
here. Take one more and then you're done.
this
Yeah.
episode is shit.
Your shit.
You are shit.
Yeah. I'm picking.
I'm
questions.
digging deep like you guys
Me and
are.
Demelza are great.
Don't dig deep. Dig shallow.
Okay, this isn't as bad. It's just not great. 35. Which would you pick? Being world-class attractive, a genius, or famous for doing something great?
Genius.
You're already a genius, Demelza.
Aww. I could have answered any of those and you could have still said that.
Yeah.
I would say famous for doing something great. Because to me that sounds like you're combining being a bit of a genius.
Yeah, you're kind of...
And you got famous because you're a bit attractive.
Well, that's a reach, I think. You could have done something great and been a genius
either.
and actually be really
that's
ugly.
true.
Hitler did something great.
That's true.
And that was pretty bad. Yeah, great doesn't mean good.
Great could be big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I'd rather be a genius.
Yeah, I think I'd like to be a genius.
Okay.
And also,
genius
you'll
too.
become rich through being a genius anyway.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a smart genius.
You could become rich through being world-class attractive.
You
Yeah,
could.
it's true.
Genius is the best.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, not you.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3. What are common myths to do with your project, topic, PhD? All of the above. Well, in nutrition. There are many.
yeah.
Oh, so many.
Oh, yeah.
So many.
Do you know what
Could really do a whole episode on
Actually,
this.
this
Yeah.
morning, Demelza and I and Kiara were kind of talking about this, and we were saying how nutrition is really one of those fields where if you say you do neuroscience, people don't try to educate you on what you do that much. Like, they do. They still do, but not as much. But the minute you tell someone you're doing nutrition, or you get it all the time, but say if I tell someone I'm looking at intermittent fasting, all of a sudden they have so many things to tell me about the thing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay, great.
Like, oh, cool,
Thanks.
yeah.
Everything you're saying is wrong, and I know. Thanks.
Yeah. I saw this meme one time and it was like, it had all these professions down. Well, basically it was like, so the first one was say, break your foot. And then there was a line and it was like, go to a doctor. Your house is on fire. Call the fire brigade.
You've been robbed.
Give me another one. You've been robbed. Call the police. Yeah. And it was all straight lines. And then it was like something to do with, you've got a question about diet. Yeah. And then in the line, rather than being straight, was this massive squiggle. And it was like, your neighbour, your granny's cat, the man down the road, the shopkeeper that you talk to every day, a food blogger, the television, la la la, and then the last one, like after all this squiggle, was like nutritionist or dietitian. So yeah, that's
the common myth.
the way of life.
The one thing that I get quite a lot is when I tell people that I'm doing a PhD, they'll be like, "Oh, you're gonna be so rich."
Really?
Yeah, and I'll be like, "Oh, you're gonna be rolling in it by the end of it." And I'm like, quite the opposite, actually.
I'm probably going to be really in debt and spend quite a while trying to get out of that debt, and then we'll see.
Yeah. One day when we start actually paying off our student loans.
Yeah.
My dad called me up the other day and he's like, "Oh, you got a letter from Student Finance." I was like, "Oh God, what do they want now? Stop nagging me." And it was just my yearly statement, so he just like read it out to me. I was just like, "Don't tell me this shit."
The last time I saw my statement, the thing that really freaked me out was how much interest has gone onto it.
Yeah.
Other common myths?
That we're all geniuses.
Yeah, not true.
Like,
Not
if I ever
true.
tell anyone I'm doing a PhD,
Especially
or particularly in neuroscience,
yeah.
oh my God, they all just think we're, well, what we all wanted to be, actual geniuses.
Yeah.
And really, no.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, Kiri's well clever." I'm like,
It's just like any other job, though. I think it's like, I don't know, I guess you're kind of passionate about it, so it's something you like doing, but it's just like you like research, or well, you think you do, and then you go and start doing it and you're like, do I? But yeah, it's not, I don't think it's any different to
I get a lot that I'm a neurosurgeon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I am not. Although when I wanted to do medicine, I did want to go into neurosurgery.
Oh, fair. I once made the mistake of mentioning the word protein to my dad, like in terms of like, you know, proteins that make up your cells and whatnot. And he took that to mean that I'm working on a nutrition project.
Oh no.
And I haven't bothered correcting him because it doesn't really matter.
Aww.
But yeah. He genuinely has absolutely no idea what I do.
Yeah.
No.
He doesn't really ask me, to be fair.
My dad just asks, my dad doesn't know how to do either, but he asks every now and again, have I discovered anything yet?
My dad asks, he's like, yeah, actually, it used to be, have you discovered anything yet? It's now, have you worked out what you can do yet?
That's so much worse.
Yeah, I made the mistake of like telling him that, you know, I'm starting to think about what I'm going to do after my PhD job-wise. And my God, literally, he calls me like every few days, and this is the big question now.
Oh,
Like,
every few
no, not
days.
yet, Dad.
That's
Not yet.
horrendous.
No.
Oh god.
have a minor panic attack every time he calls me.
Oh God.
That's not nice. Let's do another question.
Okay.
Yeah, less depressing one. Okay. Oh, another Richard Herring one.
Oh, shout out to Richard Herring.
Not about sushi this time.
Yeah, that question was shit.
Would you rather have a tit that dispenses talcum powder?
A tit. My
Tit.
boob.
One tit.
Okay.
Yes.
So one boob.
Only one. You can probably pick which one,
Okay.
I would imagine.
Okay.
Or a finger that could travel through time. This is easy, I think.
Wait, hang on. Just my finger though, or does my whole body go with
your
it?
finger.
Okay, can I answer this one?
Yeah.
So, definitely the finger.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
100%.
uses talcum powder
Also,
anymore?
you'd be so asymmetrical, I couldn't deal.
What, you worried that every time you like spat
Only
it out,
one.
it's going to deflate?
Yeah. Oh my god.
But
Just the fact that one of them can do something and the other one's just sitting there.
Oh, you think the other one's going to feel left out?
Yeah.
Like it's going to have an
And then you're
inferiority
gonna have
complex.
one side of your body that's like, because talcum powder is really dry, so you know.
okay, this is my logic, right? One, if it's just your finger that can time travel, that's fucking useless.
No, because you could get it to time travel to like change the TV channel or to like
Yeah.
push the button on the microwave,
Oh, these are quite good.
and you wouldn't have to move.
Okay,
It's true.
so mine were a lot more practical. Mine was, if I have a talcum powder boob, or talcum powder tit, sorry,
Well, you can have a boob if you
then
want.
I will have an endless supply of dry shampoo. And I hate washing my hair, so if I have
Wait,
this...
can you use
Yeah, of
talcum
course you
powder?
can.
Yeah, but also it don't.
Dry
Like, is
shampoo
it not really
basically is talcum
hard to
powder.
do because
Yeah.
you've got darker hair?
No, because dry shampoo all comes out white.
You can get the dry shampoo that's dark.
I don't bother, because it's fine.
Okay,
You just brush
okay.
it through. So one, I'll have an endless supply of talcum powder. If I have babies, I can just use my boob talcum powder instead of buying talcum powder.
You're going to get
I
like arrested or something.
I lift, so instead of using chalk, maybe I could use my talcum powder.
I don't know, can you?
I don't know, it's quite smooth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably need to stick with chalk for that
Yeah,
one.
you do.
I would really like to try, put my finger through time.
Yeah,
Just to piss
yeah.
people off.
Yeah,
Like,
you could like
flick
poke them.
Yeah. Oh, just like tickle their ears.
Oh, that's good.
Jerry, think about all the people's heads you could flick.
Oh.
You love flicking people in the head.
Or just like make people think they're going a bit crazy.
Yeah.
Just like have it float. Like when they're talking to someone, just have it float behind them. Be like,
But think how much you might fuck up the future.
eh.
No, it doesn't.
Right, okay,
fine.
next
Do your
question. Oh, another Richard Herring question.
Oh my god. We're gonna have to like pay him for this or something. I don't know. Oh, God.
Yay, she got a good one.
Would you rather date a woman who has a sick... Okay, we need to pretend we're men or lesbians at this point.
Oh no,
Okay.
you can change it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather date a man who was a 6-foot penis?
What do you mean was? Still is.
Okay, would you rather date a man who is a 6-foot penis or a woman who, instead of a penis, had a tiny man?
Or a man who had a tiny man.
Wait,
Oh,
read
that's what I
it.
meant.
Read
Yeah.
out what the question is. Just.
Would you rather date a woman who was a 6-foot vulva or a woman who, instead of a vulva, had a tiny woman? So it'd be,
But
would you rather date a man who was a 6-foot penis, so he is a penis that is 6 foot big,
Okay.
or a man who didn't have a penis but instead had a little man instead?
Well, you couldn't do anything with either, could you? Because a 6-foot penis isn't going to fit.
Yeah, but you can just get the little man to like stand really rigid.
but what if
That
he
poor man.
drowns or I don't know.
He's
Only if he's
more
into it.
suffocate. Like
I
how?
think it'd be much worse to walk around with a penis of the 6-foot penis.
Yeah.
It'd be more
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
You can hide the little one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although,
And you could be creative.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd say the little man penis.
Me too.
Also, if you get pissed off with the big one, like the big person,
Yeah.
you can just talk to the little one.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Although it was quite easy.
Oh, another Richard Herring.
Is it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a bullet point. It's not a number. That's how you know.
Oh.
Would you rather be a cow or a badger, and why?
A badger.
Why? They stink.
Because they get in everywhere. I can just like explore, run around. Like how I'm just stuck there eating grass. And I might get killed for my meat.
I would like to be a cow because I love dairy.
Yeah.
But you don't get to eat your dairy.
Yeah, you
Well, I
can.
do as a calf. I'll get to.
Also, the
get
cows do
fresh-
sometimes drink each other's.
Oh, cute.
I've
Do
also
they?
even tried. I swear I've seen one try and drink its own milk. and fail because they're not bending.
No.
You know. It
Too
could have
many
been
ribs.
scratching its head, I don't know.
I think I'd want to be a
But
badger.
they definitely do drink each other's milk because then you have to put a little ring around their nose.
Why?
Oh, because then it like pokes the other cow and then the other cow hits them. Like, get off! Because,
Because that's bad.
Yeah, well, mostly because, you know, if they're dairy cows, then you kind of need to sell their milk. You know, they're just drinking it all day.
Cross-contamination.
I would be a badger because
yeah.
there's been a whole song made about me.
Badger, 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 badger. Yeah.
Mushroom, mushroom.
Well, I couldn't possibly say badger because I am a farmer's daughter and I have been brought up to hate badgers.
Fine.
So, question 24, Alice. 24. What would someone who doesn't like you say about you?
Oh, that I'm loud and obnoxious.
Yeah, that I'm rude and unfriendly and a bit up myself.
And I think people would call me a bit bitchy as well. And I think
Yeah.
they would think that I think I'm too big for my boots.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what to say because this is something I think about daily.
We're just really projecting our own insecurities.
I mean, yeah, I'm just like, this is what I think about myself every single day.
I think
so,
I
yeah.
constantly think about what people think about me.
Yeah.
But you have this incessant need for everyone to like you.
I do. At least I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be that I try too hard, although I really hope I don't.
You don't.
I don't know. I know I'm thinking for a long time, so I probably seem like an absolute wagon here because you're probably like, oh, she obviously thinks there's nothing wrong with her. But no, I do. I think there's a lot wrong with me, but I'm trying to think what's realistic.
Well, you said it. You think that people would say that you try too hard.
Yeah, maybe.
That's one.
I probably need a better one than that, though.
Yeah, I mean, ours are pretty in depth.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I know exactly.
I'm quite loud.
Yeah, you are really loud.
Yeah.
But that's why I like you.
Aww.
Thanks.
Oh, is it you? Is
I
it
just
me?
did that one.
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay. Question 49. Oh, I don't want to do this question
Why?
What is that?
because I don't know all of them. Which of the 7 dwarfs would you be and why? I don't know all the 7 dwarfs.
Oh, we'll Google them. Oh, come on.
I know, I can tell you them.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, question 49. Which of the 7 dwarfs would you be and why? Who are they?
So-
There's Grumpy,
Grumpy, sleepy,
Dopey,
dopey,
Bossy.
bossy, happy.
Is there a bossy?
I don't think there is a
No.
bossy. Grumpy, sleepy, dopey, happy,
Sneezy.
sneezy. Is there angry? No, grumpy. Yeah.
How many? What have we got?
We have
up to?
5.
We have to start again.
Grumpy, sleepy, happy, dopey, sneezy,
There's Doc.
doc.
What's the other one? Bashful.
Ah, there you go.
Bashful.
Okay.
I think I would be Dopey.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
I'm quite
Wait,
calm.
what was the
Sometimes
question?
doc. I think you'd be doc from time to time.
Yeah.
I think I'd be different ones depending on time of year. So, for instance, in the summertime, I would be sneezy. Most of the rest of the time of the year, I'd probably be dopey as well. I'm quite dopey.
I would be sleepy
Oh yeah, I'd be sleepy.
because I'm always tired. I'm probably bashful because I blush a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, you do blush.
Yeah.
Great. That's actually really good.
Yeah. Oh, I've thought about this a lot actually. What would you do in the event of a zombie apocalypse?
I
Ooh.
would run and try to survive for as long as I can, and then I'd get tired and just give myself up.
Well, I would haul into, from the recesses of my brain, all the survival skills I've learned from The Walking Dead. And
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd try and survive. And I'd cut loose any weak links.
No, you fucking wouldn't. You'd be one of the first to die.
I would. Because I'd be trying to like
Protect people.
find everyone that I liked and get them to the same
And also,
place.
you'd just get anxious and start panicking, and then they'd come and kill you.
But you know, actually, in crisis situations,
Are you
I
good?
I can actually be quite good. Yeah, like, yeah. I remember when I was younger and like bad things used to happen in my house, or say the alarm would go off really late at night, and there would be, say my dad used to work away a lot, so he wouldn't be there, and it used to be this whole role reversal thing where normally was like the really scared of everything, like anxious child, but when things like this used to happen, my mum would be freaking out and I'd be there like, Mum, it's okay, it's fine, don't worry, it'll all be fine, la la la, and I used to have to like go downstairs there to turn the alarm off because she'd think there'd be like a robber in the house or something. And I had a friend who used to have, so basically it turned out she had endometriosis, but we didn't know this when she was younger, and she used to have like, the pain would be so bad that she'd like faint all the time and like pass out, and it was really bad, and we were really young, but this used to happen all the time, and they'd always be like, where's Alice, because I was really good at calming her down.
I've got a bit of faith in myself recently, the past few years, because I always thought I'd be really shit if I was in like an attacker situation or in a zombie apocalypse or whatever. But you know those live horror mazes that you get on Friday night and stuff, so where you walk through like a when they walk through a maze that's built like a house, and then actors will jump out at you and try to scare you and stuff. I realised that I'm a runner. So as soon as anyone gets in my face, I will leg it. Whereas like my friend Beth, the minute someone jumps at her, she will curl up in a ball. And so we were discussing this afterwards. I was like, girl, you would die so quickly. I'm gone.
So it's like the fight or flight response, except for you've got flight and she has the curl up in a ball response.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because you hate running.
Yeah, I know. But literally, because also the thing is, I've been on the other side now where I've played a zombie at a Halloween event. So ever since I did that, they're not as scary to me anymore. So you see
it from the zombie's point of view.
I get them. But yeah, the actors aren't as scary to me anymore. So that's kind of, yeah. But whenever one has managed to scare me and like just jump out at me, I will just run. I start running.
Interesting.
Yeah. So after that, I was like, that's good. It's a good response.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be any good. I think I'd be alright if I was in the countryside. In London, there's too much going on, I won't cope. But if I was in the countryside, I would basically just turn my life into the good life. And like, live on my own.
Off the land.
Stay away from everyone.
But what if the zombies came and found you?
I would have like traps set up everywhere.
Nice. Yeah.
Booby traps.
Yeah. I think we've all watched enough zombie things now, though, to learn how to sort of keep them off for a little bit.
I'll be honest, I don't think the zombie things I've watched are particularly educational. Because all the ones I've seen are comedies.
The Walking Dead is quite
I've never watched The
educational.
Walking Dead.
So
Zombieland basically has a set of rules, but I don't know how good.
But it also depends on the zombies. Because the zombies in The Walking Dead are idiots.
Yeah.
So they're actually not that clever, so you can just shoot them. But like, for instance, the zombies in I Am Legend, they were clever.
And the zombies in World War Z, they run.
And they run really fast.
Yeah, and they like climb on top of each other.
Yeah.
I think there's also some really killer zombies in Warm Bodies. So like, there's the humanish looking zombies, and they're all like dopey and slow and whatever. But then I think if you're like there for so long, you like lose your soul, and then you turn into like one of the really, really like uber killer ones, and they look scary.
Do you know what though? If it was the World War Z zombies, Alice, you might actually be okay because you're so sickly.
Why?
Because the World War,
are they sensible?
Yeah. The World War Z zombies only kill the people that are stronger, so they don't attack diseased people.
They could sense if you had a weakened immune system, and they couldn't sense you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they just go after the like really well-fit people.
Yeah.
Suck all their blood. Although, like,
suck on their blood, they eat their brains.
In the World War Z?
I don't know. In general, no?
I can't remember what they did in World War Z.
I can't remember.
Okay.
Right.
Question.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel like this is one of the interview ones. Would you rather win an Olympic medal, an Academy Award, or a Nobel Peace Prize?
Lame.
Yeah.
Let's do a different one.
I've got an answer. I would like an Academy Award for one of the more obscure ones. Like, not for acting, or even for directing. I want, like, costume design, or sound editing.
I think
or a screenplay.
Nah, that's still a big one.
Okay.
Yeah, they're famous.
I think I'd want an Olympic medal.
For what?
I knew you'd say that.
When
I was typing it, I was like, Curie's going to want the Olympic medal.
I don't know for what, but I just feel like if you're good enough at something to have an Olympic medal, you are the pinnacle of human athleticism in that sport.
Yeah.
And I just think that's kind of
I think Curie's got like loads of respect for physical ability.
Yeah, I think it's because I don't have very much.
I don't think I care.
But you do, though.
I'm strong, and that's about it.
Yeah. Don't belittle that.
Yeah.
You go, girl.
You go, strength.
Do you know what?
You're probably the strongest in the room right now.
I've never actually realised that about myself, but
yeah,
I think I do.
You
So
do.
I really enjoy watching all those CrossFit documentaries on Netflix.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
If looks
really
could kill.
random.
They're really good.
Sorry, it's
Like
just
the
a really obscure genre of
Like, the
thing to
fittest on
like.
earth is really fascinating. Yeah.
Okay.
And the one about Rich Froning is really good. They're just such amazing examples of human athleticism. It's crazy. CrossFit's crazy.
Yeah, I'll agree with it being crazy.
I'm just going to throw out there, I'd like to win an Academy Award. I don't care for what. I just want to go to the Oscars. So yeah, cool. Next question.
You can just marry.
No, but
We'll just work for a media
I'd like to
company.
win.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 14, just to end on a sad note.
Should we end with this?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Could be a good like finisher.
Yeah.
So
Question
go
14,
again.
what are you not very good at?
Oh, so many things.
A lot of things.
Running,
Yeah.
not being too hard on myself,
Yeah.
baking.
Saying no. I'm good at
Worst
baking.
at saying no.
I'm really
I'm
bad at saying
not
no.
very good at.
Replying to WhatsApps.
Yeah, I'm not very good at that.
Neither of you are. You're both shit at replying.
I'll just read it. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do
Who's
it.
worse?
You.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Oh, cool.
I was expecting that.
Cool.
Um.
I'm not good at growing things.
Mm.
My gardening record is pretty bad.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm getting better though. I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 plants alive at the moment.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's good.
Not including the cactus because the cactus doesn't count. But like real leafy plants, and they're thriving.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Well done.
You're so grown up, Demelza.
I know. Well, yeah. And they're all like food things.
Ah.
Yeah.
What do you have?
So I've got 2 basil plants. That
I
I'm
was
growing
gonna
from
say
seed.
basil's good.
Yeah, I mean, I've given up trying to grow the plants, so I'm like going from seed, and we'll see how that goes. I've got a thyme. I've got rosemary.
What?
Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Oh, you said that really weirdly.
Oh,
Rosemary.
rosemary. And
I
I've
love
got 2
rosemary.
chili plants
Ooh.
from Oaxaca. Thank you very much.
Did you grow them from Oaxaca?
My little free seeds from
Amazing.
Oaxaca. I love those. I collect them. Don't grow hardly any of them, but yeah, that's what I've got at the
You have a
moment.
nice little pile of chili seeds.
I want to grow some chili. Is it easy?
Yeah,
I'm going to grow some chili.
yeah.
Because we'll definitely eat them in my house.
I mean, it takes.
Oh,
I
you
think
will.
it takes a long time for them to get big enough to actually grow chilies. So
Well,
actually, maybe I'm good at growing things now. I don't know.
So you need to think of a new thing now.
Yeah. Bad at doing my hair.
Ooh, I'm bad at being on top of my hair.
I'm bad at looking after my skin.
Yeah, also that.
I'm excellent at looking
Dry
after my
/
skin.
oily. I'm bad at taking criticism.
Ooh.
Really bad at that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
breaks me.
Yeah.
We're getting dark and deep here. Let's move on to the next question. Shall we? Or do you have more?
I'm bad at taking my own advice.
Me too. I'm really good at giving advice, and I feel like I can see situations really well. But when I'm in those situations myself, I do the opposite. Of
Oh,
what
I
I'm
just
saying.
don't think my advice applies to myself. I'm outside of
I'm
it.
really bad at doing anything sporty that is slow and stretchy. So things like like
Basically, like low
Yoga.
intensity exercise.
yeah, I'm really bad at low intensity exercise, and my chiropractor hates that because my back is fucked and my pelvis is fucked because I do too many things that involve lots of heavy things.
Girl, you need to be careful of your pelvis. As a woman, that is a very important part of your body.
It's just a little bit lopsided right now. It's fine. I do need to start doing yoga more.
You do?
Yeah.
Yoga is amazing.
Okay.
Final question.
Woo woo.
We actually made quite good progress.
We did, yeah.
I think a lot of it can be cut, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe we should.
No, but like there was a lot that didn't really go anywhere.
Maybe we should save these questions for another bonus, Lo.
We could.
Yeah.
Okay, for reals, please. I know we ask this every time and no one ever emails us. But if you are
What are you talking about? That's how we got all these questions. Shh.
if you are a regular listener of the show, can you please let us know what you thought of this episode? Because we know it's a bit different. But if it goes down well, then we have a few ideas that maybe we could do some more bonus lays.
For when we run out of friends.
Yeah.
Which
Happens quite frequently.
Yeah.
Or will probably happen more frequently from now on.
Yeah. Like we could play games or answer some sciencey stuff. Or...
Let us know if you even care or if
Yeah.
you like to hear about us, or would you rather us talk about more science, or what's the crack. So, to finish off, we're going to try and bring it back around to science ever so slightly. So, question number 2. Why is your research topic, so important?
Because everyone going old as fuck.
Because you're...
There we go.
Demelza, do you have anything to add to that?
Well, mine's got nothing to do with old people, but I don't know. It's difficult because my research is like not directly related to disease. Come back to me. I'll try and think of something.
Yours
Okay.
is very important.
it's not important. It's not important. It's just I can't say, because this is a major global issue.
Yeah.
Like it could be important for this or this or this.
I think in terms of neurogenesis as a whole, it gives a really nice scope for because it's linked in so many things.
Yeah.
If we can find out anything about how it works, and because it's so unclear in humans right now, that's where it's really important.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's it's related to so many different diseases.
Exactly.
Like depression, Alzheimer's, so many different things. So. And also, like, I think because of its regenerative capacity as well, like, it can be harnessed for other things as well.
Yeah.
So, potentially.
Yeah.
So I think, even though my work isn't directly related to a particular disease, or it's not like it's leading on to like a new medicine or something for this. I think the more we learn about this topic, the better.
Yeah, and I think as well from. I'm a huge advocate for preventative medicine, which is, I'm going to say, almost near impossible to ever achieve, really. But if there's anything that can be done to prevent, in a preventative way, to reduce any burden on the healthcare systems, because we're not about to get our medical schools aren't about to double in size anytime soon. Or, we're not going to have the money to keep treating everything. I think anything that can be preventative should be pushed.
Which is where my field comes in also. So yeah, your gut health is linked to a lot of things, particularly your gut bacteria. So that's, super important. And a lot more than just, so obviously gut health, the health of your gut, but your bacteria also influence like health in other parts of your body that you wouldn't necessarily think of. For instance, whole microbiota gut-brain axis, which I think is really exciting because there's been a lot of like certain bacterial profiles in your gut are linked to, and now like this is very early on, but linked to things like depression and mood disorders and things like that. So I think that's really interesting. And yeah, just, love those little bacteria. They're like my fave thing. So.
I think the autism link is particularly interesting as well. I think that's one thing that's really interested me.
Yeah. It's quite
I don't know where I was going with that. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's just looking at my thumb. Got a bit.
Start thinking about autism.
Yeah.
While you're looking at your thumb.
Repetitive behaviours.
But yeah, so that was our first bonus lay episode. Totally not inspired by the fact that we didn't have any friends this week.
Yep. Please be our friend. Please.
We really hope you enjoyed this, even though it was something. It's not much science in this. We tried to bring in some with our own work, but we thought it would be nice. Yeah, it would be nice to get to know us a little bit.
When I listen to podcasts, I'm always really curious about people's lives. So
yeah.
Well, now you know.
Maybe people are curious about ours. Probably not. Anyway.
But let us know what you thought of this episode. If you have any comments, questions, any paper recommendations, or any articles that you see that you want us to debunk for you.
Yeah, thank you to Natalie from the Demelza podcast for the last recommendation.
Yep, which will be featured on the next episode.
Yep.
And yeah, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at Layout Podcast.
You can read our blog, written by the no longer silent Demelza on...
I'll be silent again, don't worry.
She will be. Yeah. Layoutpodcast.wordpress.com.
What do I say?
Email.
Oh, and email us at layoutpodcast@gmail.com.
Well,
that was seamless.
Well done.
Richard Herring, thanks mate.
Yeah, cheers for the
You're
questions.
Great. Love the questions.
Yeah.
And all these random CEOs out there, thanks for those as well.
Yeah.
And the internet, thank you.
Because it turns out we are not very creative.
No. Who knew?
And thank you to Osolok's Mango Tea for getting us through this episode. We didn't have any gin this week. Okay. Bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello. How are you? How are you?
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was good.
Well done. Go team.
Did it.